up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book. Open up your brown book, baby.
That's the vibe. That's the
It's the vibe.
Open up your brown book, baby.
That like early aughts Philly neo soul vibes going.
No one can judge us, no one can judge us.
Loving it. Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode here, the Brown Book Series. I'm the girl, Shay Baby. Y'all already know what's up. It's Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. We are here with another one of the wonderful, great authors in this whole genre, honey. And me and this young lady met like 4 years ago? No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago at an RSJ, honey. She was in there doing her thing, girl, because, you know, honey, this is what she do, honey. She was in there doing her thing. I was listening, honey. So, I was in there listening, getting a good listen on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brown Book Series for the very first time. Xio Axelrod, USA Today's bestselling author of contemporary fiction and romance. Hi, honey.
Hi, thank you. Finally, I'm here.
I know. I was like, where the hell is she? But girl, you be busy boots though, you know?
Yeah, hustling.
Yeah, you hustling. You be, girl, listen, I'm not mad at you at all. I'm not mad at you at all. Let's see here. We got some of our Brown Book Series crew checking in. Hey, Missy, what's up? That's right. The BBS crew is in the house. It's my players club, girl. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Beyonce has the what she got? The
Beehive.
The Beehive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift got the Swifties. I got the Players Club, Shawty. We don't play no games over here. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, Missy? Renata, look at this. Her slick partner in crime, baby. Huh? Missy Renata, girl, you gotta watch them two right there, honey. What's up, baby? How you doing? Hey, Miss Darnell. Hello. Hey, y'all. Hey, thank you for checking on in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Let them know, honey, that Miss Axelrod is in the building. That's my old rich white lady, honey. What's your name? Xio Axelrod. I love it. It's that cool. You know,
Yeah. I joke that I married my husband for his last name.
Ain't wrong with that. I'm not gonna ask on the very first interview. I'm gonna wait until the next one. I'm gonna wait till the next one, y'all. You love the name. I do too. I love it. I was just like, oh my God. Y'all know me. We're so transparent here. Before I was like, girl, listen. Now, this is how I pronounce your name, girl, but you know, girl, let me tell you something, honey. You know, girl child might not know, girl. Let me know. And so she said we did it right, y'all. You know, y'all know country from the South, honey. You gotta let me know, baby. You gotta let me know. So yes, I'm calling y'all out. You already know. I had to call them out, girl. I had to keep them together. So, Xio, I'm so excited to have you here. Please tell us a little bit about yourself outside of the literary world. We'll get to that in a little bit. Tell us what is it like in a day in the life of Miss Axelrod, honey. Miss USA Today's bestselling award-winning author. Y'all forgot to put award-winning in there. This girl got awards and stuff. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am an author now. I'll be 10 years. My first book came out 10 years this coming December, which is kind of mind-blowing to me. But before that, I was working in music. I grew up in the music industry. So I was, touring, writing songs with my band and all that kind of stuff, and sort of fell into the writing really by accident. And then for a while I tried to do both, and that wasn't really working out because this just kept growing. So I just, the music's going to have to be a side gig now. I guess it's the books now. So here I am, but I still get to do, music with some of the books. So that's fun. But yeah, I'm from Philadelphia. I'm a Philly girl. Born and raised, moved away and came back and kept moving away and kept coming back. So I guess I'm supposed to be here.
He's like, I can't let it go. I just can't let it go. I love it.
Philly wouldn't let me go. Yeah, Philly's a cool town. It's like, I like to call it the best kept secret of the U.S.
Now, because, you know what? Outside of, everybody, going to see Jesus on occasion here now, Philly is a cool town.
Yeah.
It's a great town. One of my One of my best friends, actually, that's what she's from. She loves it. She's like, I'm gonna be there all the time. I don't care. I'm gonna be born in Philly. I'm gonna be raised in Philly. I'm gonna die in Philly. I'm Philly, and make sure
Wow.
my I want my casket is green. Like,
Yeah.
she's, what I'm saying.
Yeah. I know people like that. Yeah. In my family who are like that. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, girl, well, girl, like, girl, okay, girl. Listen, I'm down. Listen, Reggie White was one of my favorite football players, and when he was with Philadelphia, because that whole him running Cunningham, like that whole crew was my squad for a moment there. So I told her, no problem, I got her. Cute little jersey and everything. She's gonna be good. So, okay, you grew up in the music industry.
Yeah.
Do tell. How did you grow up in the music industry? Was your parents in it? Uncles, aunt? Just
yes, all of the above. It's a family business, pretty much. I had my first like professional recording when I was 4. Yeah. My dad needed some backing vocals on something like a child's voice, and so he brought me to the studio. I had to sign a contract, or they signed it for me. I got to check the whole thing. But yeah, like I literally grew up in studios and on stages, performing, recording, all that stuff. I like to say that the first like 22 years of my life was like 50 years. I did so much in the first 22 years of my life. Yeah, like when I look back on it now, I'm like, man, like that was a whole lifetime that I had before I was like, a proper adult.
Oh, wait. So like, did you back up for like different stars that we might know? Like, what genre was the music that you were in?
Well, the genre that most of my family is in is R&B and soul. But I got bitten by the rock bug when I was like 12 years old. So the stuff that I did as an artist was all in the rock arena. But yeah, like, I grew up around, like he worked for a lot of like 70s and 80s, soul artists and stuff like that, my dad. And then my cousins had a successful group. And so, yeah, that was all I knew really until I was about 11. Then I was like, wait, there's all other genres of music. I knew classical and I knew gospel and I knew R&B and soul. And that was kind of it. And I was like, wait, there's other stuff,
What else? Yeah. I understand. It's a lot. Yeah, you're right. It is a lot. Oh my God, that's what's up. So you like writing songs and you're artists and things. You just okay.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. This is cute. So do you don't perform anymore? He's like, I'm good.
No, I do, but right now, because I have a fictitious band in the series, in the Lily series, I perform as a Lily. So like when this book came out, when Girls with Bad Reputations came out earlier this month, we did a show in Philly, and my band and we put on our Lily's t-shirts and we did a whole set.
What? Why you didn't invite us?
I did. I invited everyone.
What? Oh my God! When is the next performance?
I don't know. We're trying to think of something we can do in the summertime, just because it was cold. It was really chilly, and so I think a lot of people were like, "I'm not coming out," So we'll try to do something maybe in May or June. I'll keep you posted.
Keep me posted. Yeah. That is exciting stuff.
It was fun. I wanted to do it when the first book came out, but we were all in lockdown, so I got to do it this time.
That's fun. I absolutely love it. Okay, then let me see here. Let's go back over to the chat before we get all into your literary business. What's up, Shay? Be good. She will be good. I'm gonna be good, okay? I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good at it. Y'all already know. They always tell me to be good because they want you to come back. Girl, I'm telling you, it's stuff over here. Stuff be happening over here. I used to work in Philly. Live 20 minutes away in Jersey. Okay,
cool. Hey, neighbor.
Yes, Philly is it. Mama Tony checking in. Hey, Mama Tony. Bonita's in the house. Hey, y'all. Hey, thanks for coming on in. Kim Jones. What's up, boo-boo? Hey, y'all. Hey, we are on with USA Today's award-winning author, Mrs. Xio Axelrod, honey. Midnight Ace for Midnight Ace Book Bars in the building. Xio, you have to go on her. Have you been on her show before?
No, I haven't.
You got to go on Midnight Ace show too.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just gonna put you on the influencers row, just like everybody. She could be like, I'm tired of talking, y'all.
No.
I love it. LaShira Lee. Hey, LaShira.
Hi.
Miss Literary Agent, honey. She checking in, honey. She got Miss Literary Girl, honey. Love it. The band sounds good. Yeah, the band does sound fun. We're gonna get her to perform. I'm trying to tell you. We're gonna just be out here. We're gonna start booking her. We're gonna start booking her for gigs, performing gigs. Absolutely love it. Now, let's go over into this old literary world for a hot minute. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We're gonna get in for a hot minute. So it brings us to our first segment here, the Bravo series. You know, you already know, you're a friend of the show. So it's called Name the Book. Well, we take a character, a synopsis, or a paragraph or something related to one of your books, and you have to name that book. Now, you have a few series. So if we give you the person's name, we're talking about the book that they are the star of, that they have the main, character in. So you got this. You know your books, girl. You know your books.
They're right here. Look, they're right here. I can just like.
But you can't be cheating. No, don't be cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like Usher said, we good. We ain't good, but we good. So you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be cheating. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, and y'all don't help her either. Oh, y'all watch Mitzi and Renata. They're gonna try to help you. All right, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Name that book. Their chemistry is the topic of water cooler conversations everywhere, but their talent and success isn't all that has people buzzing. Name that book.
That's got to be Falling Stars.
Yes, Falling Stars, but you know what I'm saying? What's the name of the book, though? I mean, you think it's Falling Stars?
Or Starlight. Okay, yes, the Falling Stars series. Yeah.
So Starlight is the book. Tell us a little bit about the Falling Stars series.
So that was how I actually got started in this whole thing.
Yeah.
That was a serial on my Tumblr blog that I started writing when I was on the road with my band. And it was sort of like, we had a gig in southern Portugal. I got back to like where we were staying at 3 a.m, 4 a.m, and couldn't sleep. So I went on my blog and started like typing up something, and I had 200 words or something like that, and I had 30 followers, and they were like, "Man, I really like that. Can you write some more?" And I was like, "Sure." So I wrote some more, and it just kept going over the next like 9 months. I ended up with 200,000 words that I didn't know what to do with, and I wasn't thinking about publishing or anything then. I was just writing for fun. Right. And then people started asking me where they could buy it, and I was like, "Why would you want to buy something you just read for free?" So my friend dragged me to this like writers conference and was like, "You need to find an agent or an editor or somebody, get this book out there." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll go with you." And sort of like, I found the whole industry interesting. So I spent about a year studying it, making friends and all that stuff, wrote another book, released that one to see how that would do. And then I took this Falling Stars, Starlight, which is like the two books were all one big thing, and I just chopped it in half. So Falling Stars was part 1 and Starlight was part 2. So yeah, it was.
Love it.
It was wild.
It is wild. Tell us a little bit about this whole series, though. Like, how did you the characters, what it's about, and then what you come with it? Like, you just came home one day, from out here rock and rolling, and it just like, I'm gonna just sit here and just write like it.
Yeah. Well, did you watch Scandal?
No.
Okay.
I watched like because first of all, I tried to for like maybe like after it was off the air, maybe like 5 years, I think. And then I was like, you know what? I want to see what all the hoopla's about. Let me try it. I don't even think I made it through the first season. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I just
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I
watching her. I love her, but
yeah. No, I don't usually watch like network television. I don't watch a lot of procedurals or like political drama and stuff like that. But my friend was like, "Oh my gosh, you got to watch this show. The dialogue is really great. I think you really like it." And so I think I watched the first half of the first season because it was on hiatus. I was like, "Oh, this is really different. This is not what I was expecting." And I liked the show. The show was cool. But what I really loved was the fandom around the show.
Oh, yeah.
Because the fans of the show were wild.
Oh,
they were wild. Yeah. And I was like, man, like it reminded me back in the day when I first started writing of anything was with Buffy the Vampire Slayer fandom. That's how I got started. So I was like, man, these guys are just as like passionate about this show. It was also the first show, I believe it was the first show that did live tweeting of their episodes. Like they started that whole thing. And so just watching that all happen, all of the receipts that everyone had about what was happening behind the scenes and stuff. So that's what Falling Stars was about. It was like these two people, like Brad and Angelina, who meet and one of them's not available, but they can't stay away from each other. And what would happen if you fall in love with someone like that in front of the world, like in the age of social media, when
Yeah.
everyone can see and talk about it. So that's what the story was about. These two people who should be together, can't be together, are together, and like how would that play out?
I love it. I was like, okay, all right, cool. Here we go. You ready? Name
Yep.
that book. Professor Johnson's African American Studies, quite popular, sir. She said calmly, though her hands was curled in a fist under her desk.
That's Blake from Love on the Byline.
Yes, Love of the Byline. Plays and Players. No, I was like, I like this old Plays and Players, honey. Tell us a little bit about Love on the Byline.
Love on the Byline was my attempt at writing a rom-com that ended up turning into sort of a light romantic suspense because I can't.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a rom-com.
Yeah, I know. I tried so hard to make it a rom-com, and my brain was like, nah. But I really love the relationship in that book, actually, between Blake and Ollie. So Blake and Ollie are in college together, they're taking class together. In that scene, you meet them in the very beginning, and they've been dancing around each other. There's chemistry, it's about to happen. And then she knows his best friend, but hasn't interacted with him that much because his best friend is someone that she really does not like in college, really does not like him. And then he does something, and Ollie, the guy that she likes, has to sort of not choose between the two of them, but she's like, if you're friends with someone who could do what he just did, then maybe you're not the person I thought you were. And so she walks away before anything can really happen. So when the book picks up, you meet them 7 years later or so when they're like adults and working, and there's like forced proximity, workplace, missed connection, sort of second chance romance. So it was fun to write, but couldn't do a rom-com. I tried.
Well, you still have time. Get it together.
Yeah, I could. I want to try.
Yeah, try it. You're very talented, girl. You can do it. Just, you'd be just fine. I love it. Name the book. I love this person's name. I don't know how to pronounce it, though. Name the book. Yara is Bujold.
Bujold, yeah. That's from Camden. Yeah.
That is from
Yep, that was my first time writing music into one of my books.
Oh my God. And Camden is so fine. The way you describe this man, let me show you how fine he is. Ladies, y'all, check this out real quick. This is Camden, okay? Here we go. Girl. I don't know about you. But yeah, girl. Listen, oh my, Camden. Yes.
So that, if you don't know, is Stuart Reardon. He is a former rugby player, and a model and a really good friend of mine. And that book came about because we met at a signing in Dublin, and he was there. I think he had done a calendar or something, and he was selling his calendar and some other stuff. And he was like, hey, you're an author. You should like put me on a cover of one of your books. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then we just exchanged info, and we were like, okay, let's do it. But by the time I got around to writing that book, we were friends. And so I couldn't picture him in some of the scenes. I was like, he's like my brother. Like, I can't, what I mean? So I'm like, so when he sent me the video, he's like, I shot some promo you can use when you do your trailer. And I was like, sure. And I'm like, oh, this is really cool. But people's reactions to it were like, oh my God, he's so hot. I'm like, yes, he is, but he's like my brother.
Girl, please, I want to meet your brother here. Missy said, Tat Zaddy. Okay. I'm trying to tell you, boy, baby. I was like, what is going on with Camden? Oh, right. Listen, I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, you know how we do when we have a legend coming to the house. We stop everything and say hello. So welcome to the Brown Book series. New York Times, USA Today's best-selling award-winning legendary author. Everybody say hello to Miss Brenda Jackson.
Auntie. Miss Brenda, hi.
She's in the house. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody saying hello to my Auntie Brenda. Now, girl, so we don't look. No, listen, honey. We don't listen. We're gonna look at Camden. Now, I am just excited. Now, let's go back to wait. Now, tell us a little bit about Camden. I'm stuck on that. Yeah, tell us about this story.
Yeah, well, if you guys want to see more of Stuart, you can look his Stuart Reardon. He's got lots of photos and videos out there. You guys can check him out. He's a beautiful model, wonderful person, great personality. But Camden. So Camden, I think whenever I'm at a signing and someone asks me like what book they could start at in my catalog, I sometimes point them to Camden if they say that they like a little bit of like suspense in their story, because it has my favorite, I call it a meet hate, not a meet cute, a meet hate scene between the two romantic leads, because Yara is a pop star and she is in a really bad situation with her management and her label. Like they basically got her on lockdown. She can't, eat what she wants to eat, like wear what they have to wear, like the whole thing. Like she doesn't own her life, doesn't own her music. And so she wants to get out of this contract and they won't let her out. So they hire Camden's firm, which is like a fixer. Again, back to Scandal. Here's somebody who can like manipulate information, manipulate things. So Camden is a fixer. He and his brother own this agency and they start out with like noble intentions. They're working for people who are being blackmailed or anything like that. And then as the money starts rolling in, they start taking like more nefarious clients. And one of them is Yara's label. So they hire them to basically paint a picture of her that's not true, like a really messed up picture of her, ruin her reputation so that she really has nowhere to go but to stay with them. And she's in a boating accident, goes overboard, and people assume that she's dead. And so she takes advantage of that. She fakes her death. And then a month later, she shows up at Camden's new place of business because he's so distraught over this that he quits the agency, opens a pub. She shows up at the pub at closing, and he sees her, and he knows immediately that it's her because he's been obsessing over her since it happened. And he's like relieved that she's alive, and he's like, basically, whatever she wants, I'm going to give it to her. And so when they close down, he goes and sits at the table where she's sitting, and she pulls out a gun and sits it on the table. And she's like, you effed up my life and now you're going to fix it. And that's how they meet. And I'm like, right? Like, I was like, ooh, I'm writing this because I'm not a plotter. I'm a pantser. So I'm like writing this like, ooh, okay. But yeah, that's one of my favorite like meetings.
That's so moving.
Right. Well, that's kind of how I write, like I don't outline things or plot things. I sort of let the story play out in my head until I've seen the scenes over and over again, and then I sit down to write it. So it can be very cinematic in my head. So
I love it. All right, moving right along. Here we go. Name that book. Growing up in dive bars and down the East Coast.
That's Tony from The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes.
The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes. Yes, awesome. Tell us a little bit about Miss Tony, honey.
Tony is a prodigy, guitarist, multi-instrumentalist, but she was inspired by the musician Her. You know Her?
Yeah.
Right? Multi-instrumentalist, like picks up anything, can play it. And Tony's kind of like that, but really with guitar. That's her main instrument. Her mother has been chasing fame her whole life. And when on Tony's 12th birthday, she ships her off to live with her father, who she's never met. So Tony shows up in this small town in Pennsylvania, one stoplight town, to live with this man above the bar that he owns. And when she gets out of the cab, there's a young boy standing on the corner with a guitar slung over his back, and his name is Seb. And they become friends. And they're like, they have this pact that they're going to, like, when she turns 18, because he's a little older, they're going to get out of town. They're going to be music stars and this whole thing. And then Seb turns 18 and leaves her behind. So she's on her own. So she has no desire to be a pop star or rock star, no desire to be in the spotlight. She wants to be a working musician. Like, hire me to play your session, hire me to play in the background, like, and people keep telling her, you got more talent. So her dream is to own this recording studio. She gets the opportunity to audition for this band called the Lilies that's up and coming, and for a ridiculous amount of money, to play with them for a few weeks and do some shows. And then she'll have the money to buy into the studio. And of course, the person managing the band is Seb. So, it's like, I call it childhood friends to enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Second chance. But there's found family. The Lilies are, coming up in music. You realize that the people that you play with, especially when you're in a band, they become your family.
Yeah,
So she finds a family. Yeah, she finds a family, and they fall in love, and things happen.
Oh, like with the things be happening, honey. Things be happening.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, name that book.
That's Pop Up.
Right.
I love Pop Up.
What's the name?
It's from Girls with Bad Reputations.
Yes. Now let me tell you about this book. Let me tell you about the book. That damn Pop Up, he had me going. It's your newest release, Girls with Bad Reputations. It just came out February 6th. So, ladies and gentlemen, please go everywhere and get this book. We have the description on below. You go straight there. Amazon, get the books. Everywhere they sell books, it's everywhere. She's everywhere.
This is the cover.
That's the cover is, and now we was going to talk about this cover, girl, because this cover is everything. Who did this cover?
My publisher, Source Books, I don't know, they got like a pocket full of amazing artists over there, and I would love to know like who does all these covers for them. I asked them, and they're like, yeah, we'll find out. And then like I never hear anything, so I will find out, because I want to tag them in socials and everything, because even the cover for the first book, this is the first one, the girl with stars in her eyes, I mean, and she's like peeking out on the spine and everything, like,
Now, even though you don't know who do the book cover, they just give them to you and be like, okay, do you approve? Do you have say-so of how you want it to look? Or
we do, like, they send me like 4 or 5 mock-ups of covers to see like what I like. And if there's something I really don't like, they'll generally not go in that direction.
Okay.
And then we go back and forth. I'm like, with the hair, like, Kayla's hair is very specific. Her skin tone is very specific. Tony's skin tone is very specific. And like her proclivities towards like black and purple, so she's got like purple lipstick on and things like that. So they take all of those things into account, and then they figure out what's going to catch the eye when you're looking at a tiny little thumbnail on a website or on a bookshelf or something like that. So they do striking covers over there.
They really do. They really do. So tell us a little bit about Girls with Bad Reputations.
So this is the second in the Lily series. In the first one, like I said, you meet Tony, who is the new guitarist coming into the band. She's replacing their old guitarist, who is like a hot mess. So in book 2, we are with Kayla, who's the drummer. And Kayla has been not exactly leading a double life, but she's been hiding her other self from the band and hiding the band from her family. She is recovering. Well, she's still grieving the loss of her brother. And she's at odds with her mother, who is an academic and like a best-selling author of a series of children's books that are based on Kayla, where Kayla is like the perfect child in these books. So she's fighting against this box that her mom keeps trying to put her in, of being like this perfect daughter, whatever. And if her mom knew what she was doing, playing drums in a rock band, she would lose it. So she's keeping these two worlds separate. But as the band gets bigger, she can't do that anymore. Like, reporters are sniffing around and stuff. And she meets a young man named Ty, who has his own issues that he's trying to get over. He's falsely accused of some things, and it's derailed his life. So he takes a job driving as a tour bus driver for the band on their first festival tour, so that he can read. He wants time to read books because he's a big bibliophile, and they both are. So they bond over that. They have this similar aesthetic. They both recognize that in each other as soon as they meet. So they started as friends, and then it quickly grows into something else. So this is my friends to lovers rock and roll fairy tale.
I love that, friends to lovers. That's kind of good. So what's your favorite trope?
Enemies to lovers is actually my favorite. It is, because coming from the fan fiction world, like, we had something called UST, unresolved sexual tension. And when
Damn.
you get two people who
Like
don't like each
sexually
other,
transmitted disease or something.
it does a bit. But when you get two people who, because there's a thin line between love and hate, right? So you get two people who really don't like each other, especially when you have them in forced proximity, like they're working together, they have their only one bed, like all that stuff. That bubbles over, it bubbles over. And so I love when those two people realize that all the things they thought they didn't have in common, they actually do, or that, they're on the same page and just didn't realize it, and that kind of thing. So I love it when that moment, that switch flips. They're like, oh, wait, I don't hate you. Actually, I want to jump you right now.
I'm telling you, that's what we call it, dude, fucking in the middle of a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, we like those kinds, honey. Love those.
Yeah. Yes, I love writing it, love reading it, but I also love Friends to Lovers because it can be so sweet.
I love it. All right, let's go over here in this old chat, see what they talking about. They over here just chat. They still talking about Camden. They like,
that video.
Right. I'm coming. Listen, Camden. They is over here talking about Camden, the baby, when she called him the Zaddy. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think if he has, because he's wearing. Yeah, this is the cover of Camden.
Yes, that is his. Yeah. Yeah, they are, honey. Yeah, all the covers are nice, Midnight. Those covers are great. So we got to find out who the person is over there. Well,
I did all of my covers as an indie except for Camden. And then when I started working with my publishers, I started, collaborating with them on the covers. Like the cover for Love on the Byline was a total collab. Do you have that one? Yeah. This was a total collaboration with us.
That one too.
There's Easter eggs on this cover for book 2, which is coming out later this year. So Ollie, this is Ollie. This is Blake. Ollie is wearing a T-shirt that has his best friend Bran on it, the actor.
Mm-hmm.
And then way in the background, there's a billboard that's over here with Bran on it. So people who are reading it, they're like, "Wait, is that Bran on his shirt?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's wearing him on his shirt."
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right, so you know what? Did you start? You start out as an indie author?
Yeah, my first 9 books are indie. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I mean, you was indie and you was doing your thing. Why you decide to go to traditionally publish, or did it fall in your lap, or how did that come about?
I was fortunate enough to be approached by a couple of publishers about 5 or 6 years ago, and I was like, well, I'm happy in my lane. But I also knew that there was only so much reach that I could get myself. I know other indies can reach farther, but for me, I felt like I had hit a little bit of a wall in terms of like reaching different new readership.
Right.
And so Source Books was one of the publishers that came to me, and they were like, we like your voice. We'd like to, do you have something we can look at? And I was like, well, I have this idea for this all-female rock band series. And I want to build like a fandom around it. I want to record music as the band. I want to have merchandise. I want to have like all this stuff. And they were like, oh, we love that concept. Let's go ahead and do that. And so they signed a 4-book, deal with me for that. And so that's, Bad Rep, which I call, I have nicknames for these books. These titles are so freaking long. So the Girl with Stars in Her Eyes is Squishy. And the Girls with Bad Reputations is Bad Rep. So if I say Squishy and Bad Rep, that's what I'm talking about. But those 2 books are the first 2 of the 4. And then a couple of years ago, I signed a deal with Blue Box Press for the Love on the Byline duet. So it was just a matter of like, I wanted to get these stories out to as many people as I could. And I felt like I was not reaching my potential there. So I thought I'd partner with a couple of publishers and see what happened.
Well, girl, you got down, honey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got down. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. You know what? Let's see here. It's bringing us to the next segment here at the Brown Book series called Who'd You Rather?
Okay.
Well, we take take your heroes and we pit them against each other, and you let us know who you want to have a one-night stand with.
Okay.
Yeah, just a one-night stand. No love. No, none of that.
Okay.
Hit
and quit it. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Hit it and quit it. All right. Here we go. First up, And we try not to do like, like the ones that we thought that you was gonna be like, no, that's bae. Okay. Everybody else, that's bae. I don't know. We gonna see how this gonna work out for us, okay?
Okay.
Who'd you rather? Sam Newman or Oliver Benjamin?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I figured, but I was like, I don't know which one is her bae.
They're so different. Ollie would be bae, but Sam would be the one night stand.
Okay, that makes sense. Ollie would be bae.
Yeah.
Sam would be one night stand. Okay, cool. So Sam, you can get it, boo. All right. Next up, who'd you rather?
I gotta go with Constantine because Camden's like my brother.
Oh yeah.
I gotta go with Zim. Yeah, I gotta go with Zim.
Well, we're going with Camden. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys can have Camden.
Yeah,
Camden
we're gonna go with Camden. We need to get another brother because baby, I'm just saying.
No, because I even told Stu, I told him about it because we were like having whiskey in Atlanta once, and I was like, I couldn't even write. So his stand-in was Jensen Ackles from Supernatural.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Not that he looks like him or anything, but I was like, I had to pick someone. So
yeah, but I was cute. He's still cute now.
Okay. Yeah.
Who'd you rather? Ty Ball or Sebastian Quick?
I'm going with Ty.
I went with Ty too.
Yeah.
For the one night stand, I went with Ty. So,
well, Ty's inspiration was Moses Sumney. Do you know Moses Sumney? He's a musician and model. Beautiful person. Beautiful person.
Midnight, look that name up. No, he's beautiful. We need to call it him.
Yeah.
What's his name again, girl? Hold on.
Moses Sumney. Sumney.
Sumney. I like that. Hey, Moses. Yeah, we're gonna look Mr. Moses up.
Look at his music videos, especially.
Oh yeah. We're gonna come up and see what's really going on with Mr. Moses, honey. What's really going on with Mr. Moses? Let's see. Okay, Renata says she loves ginseng.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're like, oh my goodness. See, all the fun was around her. All the fun was around us. All right. Xio, author's moments. What is your most urgent priority for the rest of the year, both in your literary life and in your personal life?
I have 2 books due. Book 3 in the Lily series, which is Tiff's book, The Bass Player, and the second book, the follow-up to Love on the Byline, are both due. So I got to get those done. That's a good question, but I know I have to turn them in pretty soon. To stay on track. But I also want to get an indie out. I haven't done a full-length indie in a number of years, and I want to do that in the fall.
Okay.
So those are my priorities. It's like write. Because I have so much travel coming up, and I have to figure out how to like balance the time to like between writing and traveling. Yeah. And then personally, there's really the time balance, the time thing. Like I really need to like have a personal life sometimes, and like I'm all stuffy now because I've been like pushing, almost for a month now. I think the first event I did for this book was January 30th, so we're coming up on a month of like nonstop
interviewing, pushing, appearances. Yeah, girl. Listen,
just some self-care.
You're the author. Y'all need to get y'all life together.
I know.
Author's moments and being a novelist. What did you learn a little too late?
Oh man. Announcing that a book was coming before the book was written. Or the first book that I released, The Callum, was supposed to be a one-off. It was a novella, and the response was so great that I was like, oh, I'll turn this into a series. There's going to be 2 more books. Dude, I did not have 2 more books.
No,
it was like no idea. And then I got so much feedback, and I read all the feedback, which is another mistake. Don't do that. It killed the rest of it for me. I couldn't write anymore in that world. But yeah, that was rookie mistake.
Well, hey, lesson learned.
Yeah, for sure.
Never
did it again.
I'm never doing it again. I love it. Author's moments. If you could have tea with one fictional character of yours, who would it be and why?
Oh man. It'd have to be Pop Pop because
Papa was like,
he would be baking something. He would make something yummy,
yeah, that's true. But just
and
hitting
then
talk.
tell stories and stuff. He would be great to
All
have
right.
tea with.
Yeah. Okay, be Papa. All right. Others moments. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Oh man, I would tell her to record and write earlier than she starts, and also that writing as a full-time gig, whether it be books or music, is something that she could do. Because I think at that point, I don't think I realized that. Even though people in my family were doing it, I don't think that I thought it was for me. I thought I would always be like a side character in someone else's story. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Absolutely love it. All right. Others moments. What would your pen name be?
Other than Xio.
You
Let
said,
me think. Oh, there was a weird name that I had pulled out, because what I did was I went through like baby names for some year. I think it was like 1955 or something like that. Like,
yeah.
because the one, if you look now, everything's like Heather, Danielle.
Yeah.
Like it's been the same for like 20 years. But if you look in the
Yeah.
50s and 60s, those names were so different.
Yeah.
And I think it was Ifa, Aife.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was Ifa, and then I had Axelrod. So it was Ifa Axelrod. And I just thought that was very illiterate
yeah.
sounding. But then I realized that people would have really a lot more trouble pronouncing that than Xio. So I just stuck with Xio.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Listen. And then if you decide to write in something totally different, you can just come with a pen name, another pen name.
I could. Yeah.
That'd be cute. I love it. All right. Others moments. If you could master you have one instrument on earth, who would it be? What would it be? I'm sorry. Who would it be? Fraudulent slip. What would it be?
This is a tie, because I loved the drums before I wrote this book, and now I really, really, really love the drums and wish I had room for a set of drums. But my favorite instrument of all time is the cello. Because for me, it's the closest to the human voice that we have in terms of like an instrument, like in the sound and the tone. But it's huge. So if I could master one or both of those instruments, I would be really happy.
The cello is one of my favorites too, because the cello, it can make you happy or it can make you sad.
It's so emotive. It just sounds like a voice to me. Like it
is. It really does. It just, man, I'm telling you. Oh my God, we went somewhere. Where were we at? I don't forget what the hell we was at. But one of the artists, they came on, and they, we was like in intermission or whatever of the show, and then they was like, listen to the orchestra or whatever, and the cello player, oh my God. He had like, oh my God, when I tell you, I was in there, like tears was just, it was so moving, like it moves your soul.
Yep.
And he had his eyes closed. Honey, he whatever, I don't even know the song he was playing, but it was good. Everybody was crying, looking at him. He was oh my God. Yeah. I was like, play.
It's an amazing instrument.
Yeah, he wasn't that cute, but baby, he got sexy and sexier the more he's
that's what music does, doesn't it though?
I'm telling you.
That's what music does. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, oh my God. I was like, forget eating oysters, honey. Just play me a good song. He was about to get one of them hoogie rappers that night. All right. Author's moments. What's the one dream that you tucked away? You're like, I'm gonna come back and get that in a minute. Right
now. Well, I really want to get one of my books optioned. And I really want to write the script for one of them. Nice. So that's the dream. It's not really tucked away. It's like sitting here on the desk, like in front of me, just waiting for me to like dive in fully. But yeah, I would love to see one of these, but especially the Lily series. Like I can picture every scene that I write, and there's the music and the feel of the crowd and like the feel of being on stage and all that stuff. I would love to see those women, these rock and roll women of color on stage, on a screen somewhere.
That's high. Okay, girl. We're gonna put that in the atmosphere for you, honey. Go put that in the atmosphere for you. It's gonna be great. Let me run to the chat real quick. If you guys have a question for Xio, just drop it in the chat and we'll get to you. Jennifer Copeland checking in. Hi, Miss Jennifer, girl. How you doing, girl? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you come up in here, honey. This what's up. Yes, Missy, the cello is beautiful. Oh my God, it's beautiful. If any questions for Xio, drop them in the chat and, you know, she'll get to it, honey. She'll get to it. That's what we do. All right, Office Moments. Oh, here, girl, we get all in your business. What's something you tried hard to like, but just couldn't?
There's like TV shows and musical artists that people really love. And I try, you know, I'm never someone who's going to yuck someone else's yum. Like, whatever brings you joy, especially like over the last few years with everything that we've been dealing with globally.
Yeah.
If it makes your heart happy, then go for it. But like, I'm sorry, I can't share that joy with you. I can like admire your joy and be happy for your joy, but I can't, you know. So.
I get it. Yeah, and then that's like how I am with Scandal. Like I tried.
Right. Yeah, you tried, you know.
Some things you just, and then I hate when the people, the girl, they be judging you down, baby, when you be like, oh, I like this artist, but I'm just not all, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they cool, I tried, but that ain't for me. But rock on, girl.
But you know what I hate is when like someone's like, I really love so and so, and then the comments are like, they suck. You're stupid, and you shouldn't like that. And I'm like, why? What, you know, what is it hurting you that this person loves what they love? Like, what? You know?
Exactly. They can't take it, baby. I'd be like, child, you know, what happened? All right, cool. Here we go. Author's moments. If money was no object, where would you live?
That's a good question because I would probably.
So, you know.
I know. I would probably live in either in Norway or in Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why those two?
Yeah. Even though like Norway is cold. And I'm not a cold person. But it's just there's something about the vibe there. It's so different than anywhere else I've ever been. You know?
Really?
And Ireland is just so incredibly musical and poetic and like it's just dripping. It was so weird. Like everywhere you went, there was music and there was poetry and there was theater and there was literature. Like every corner of every square. It was wild. It was really wild. But yeah, Norway was something. It was like I don't know. You know, I'm not a big believer in like past lives and stuff. But there are a few places that I've been, like Dominican Republic. The UK, when I first went to the UK, like I felt I'd been there before. New Orleans was another place, and Norway for some reason. Like I learned the freaking language so I could watch a TV show.
Girl, I'm trying to learn Turkish language now because they got this and those love series, Sila and all them. I be like all into it. I'm like on season 3, like just reading the subtitles. Love it. I'm like, I gotta learn. I like download Babbel. I gotta learn this language because I need to, you know, I love it. Okay, so Ireland, Norway, interesting.
Yeah. I know, surprised me too.
Yeah, but that's good as a great vibe because you know you hear so many stories about. It's so funny that you hear stories from people who have never been there, you know, and they'd be like, oh, "This place is racist. This place don't like black people."
Oh no.
I'm like, well,
it's funny. One of my good friends from Philly, who's lived in Sweden for 25 years, another Black author, Kim Golden, just got her Swedish citizenship. Like this week, she just got it. But she writes about the African, well, specifically African American women living in Scandinavia, in Sweden specifically, because she has like a little writers group there. It's really, really interesting stuff. But yeah.
Nice. I'm about to leave the US. I might just go. I'm like, I'm out. I'm out. Oh, just learn different things.
Miss Brenda said she loves Ireland pubs on every corner, right? Like every corner has live music.
You know, I'm Brenda though, man. She go there. She went to Ireland and I think she bought a condo. I don't know. I was like, Auntie, are you coming back? She came back with an Irish accent and everything. I'm like, look.
My great grandfather's from Ireland, and I was like, can I just like go claim like dual citizenship or something?
Like, can you? We can't be literally grandfathered in. Like you can't be grandfathered.
I know. I might be one generation removed from it, but I'm gonna try.
I but forget this. Midnight A said Ireland is on her bucket list. Okay. And then okay. And also Scotland. Renata, Scotland is on your bucket list as
Scotland is
well.
beautiful. Yeah, Scotland is amazing. I would say Scotland, but it's still in the UK for now. And since the UK is no longer part of the EU, I would have to have an EU passport because,
Yeah. Shit jump off. Got to make it back to the house.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got to make it back to the house. Renata asked, as you are writing books, do you find inspiration for writing songs?
Yeah, especially with the Lily series, because I have to use my own lyrics in the books. I can't use anyone else's. So like they'll be in the studio and I'm like, okay, they'd be working on a song now. So I'll just like write some lyrics. And I'm like, well, this has to make sense and be rhythmically sound, even if it's not a real song yet. So I've written stanzas for the books that I've set aside and go, okay, this is going to be turned into a real song that I have to record as the Lilies at some point. So yeah, for sure.
You know what? This is gonna be great. This is like Jessica Fletcher. I love Murder, She Wrote, right? And so I was like, yo, she's like a make believe. Well, yeah, she's she's a crime fighter, whatever. But she's a make believe author.
Yeah.
But she used to tour as Jessica Fletcher. Why? It's just crazy. So you be like Jessica Fletcher. You like with the Lilies. You know what I mean? You write about it, and it's like it's true because like her books that she wrote in the series, they published them.
Yeah, they did the same thing with on Castle.
Yeah.
I
love Castle too. Yeah, I was just like, this is so freaking neat. Absolutely love it. All right, here we go. Dead or alive? If you were hosting a dinner party and could invite 5 people from any era, real people.
Oh, gee.
Who would it be, dead or alive?
Wow.
I know, right? We go from asking you who you want to sleep with to, other stuff.
I know. Well, you know what? One of them would definitely be Miss Brenda because we've met a number of times and like talked for like 30 seconds, but we've never actually sat down for a meal together. So, Miss Brenda, would you like to have dinner with me?
She would, girl. The cute Kiki there.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I would probably invite Nina Simone.
Oh.
Just because.
Yeah.
I would invite. Man, let me think. Somebody. Oh, Robin Williams. Would be an interesting one. That would be an interesting one. And then if we go back in history a bit,
it'd be interesting because he would know all the Nina Simone songs. Like he would know all of them.
He would know everything about everything. He was so but if we're going back in time a bit, I'd pick someone like, let's see, you had Nikki on here, Nikki Payne. So I'd invite Jane Austen.
Yeah,
so she likes just to get Nikki.
Right. I need to know what the hoopla is about. I gotta get my life
right.
Together. Yeah.
And then let's go with someone like Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach, so we could talk about the cello and his cello suites. That would be an interesting group of people.
That would be because you got Bach together with Miss. With Miss.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you? And then they would go in the corner and like improv.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Girl, I'm coming to your dinner.
Oh yay!
I'm
gonna dine together.
I'm coming to your dinner. Well, Auntie Brenda said she was honored. Look at her. I just she go girl. Oh, that's so sweet.
We'll make it happen.
Yes. Gotta make it happen. Absolutely love that. Well, Xio, this is bringing us to the end of our interview.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Good times. You know what I'm saying?
Fun.
Like, this has been so awesome sauce. We have one question left. But before we ask this last question, you have to promise us that you're going to come back and hang out with us again.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes, because we just love having you here, and then I was being really good. So, you can, come back and, then the next time we're just going to.
Next time. Yeah.
Yeah, next time you're going to have to go, oh my God, where's the wine? Oh my God, it's going right.
I'll come back with my wine, my old fashioned next time.
Yes, come back with your old fashioned. I probably already be drunk. It'll be great. We can do the Shay Baby After Dark series together. It'll be hot.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's We're gonna start that up probably in the summertime. We'll be coming in like on Friday at 10 o'clock, and it's called Shay Baby After Dark. And that's when me and the authors are gonna really just sit here, honey, drink us some wine, pop us an edible, and have a real kiki. That's
Okay.
It's gonna be. She's like, I'm with it, girl. A real kiki. I absolutely love it. So before we ask this last question, tell us all things Xio Axelrod, where they can go to your website, your social media handles, and where can they pick up all of your novels? Because even though the one just dropped, we want all of them. We want that one plus everything, and pre-order the next ones. And then if you have upcoming appearance coming up, let us know about that as well.
Okay, yeah. You can find everything at xioaxelrod.com. All my books are there, links to all the buy links and all that stuff. I'm on Instagram and TikTok at Xio Axelrod. I'm not on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it anymore because and also on Facebook, Xio Axelrod there as well. If you're really brave, you can go on my Tumblr, which is XIONIN, Xionin. That's my fandom name. I'm trying to think. I'm going to be everywhere this year. A Polycon in April, Rare Paris, the LA Times Book Festival in I'll be at the Lehigh Valley Book Festival at the end of March. I'm going to be at Steamy Lit in Anaheim in August. I'll be at Book Bonanza in June in Texas. I'll be in Seattle in September. I'll be in Philly for Indies Made Philly at the end of the year. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place, but if you'll find all of my dates at xioaxelrod.com. And if you want to follow the Lilies, you can follow at The Lilies Rock on Instagram, and they have music on Spotify, on Apple Music. Like they have a whole world going on that I have nothing to do with. I do, but yeah. So follow them too.
I absolutely love it. This is gonna be so freaking cute. Isn't it awesome? So ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go and get this book, honey. Go get everything. Follow the Lilies. Do all that, and we go book Xio for a show. She gonna do a show, girl. We go book her. Y'all gonna come and support. Y'all gonna come look at it. It's gonna be cute. It's gonna be really cute.
Sounds good. I'm ready.
Cute. All right, last question for the nights. Here we go. Spotlight. If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Oh man. There's a quote from Willy Wonka that I love. We are the music makers and we are the dreamers of the dreams. So I think it would be called Music Maker and Dreamer of Dreams.
I absolutely love it. Nice. Miss Michael. Miss Dreamer of Dreams, girl.
Dreamer of Dreams.
Baby, your dreams are true, honey. Yes. Absolutely love it. Brown Book Series, please give a round of applause to USA Today's best-selling award-winning author, Xio Axelrod.
Thank you so much. This has been amazing. Thank you for having me.
Thank you
so glad
much.
I finally got to come.
I know, right? I'm like, what the hell is she at? You out here, having all these dumb events and stuff. I was like, girl, come see us. Come see us. So thank you for stopping by. Hey y'all know what's up. Tell your friends they can always watch the replay. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Tell everybody to come and watch the replay and go and purchase all of her books. All of them. Every last one of them. All of them. And go check out Camden. What's his name again?
Stuart Reardon.
Reardon. Go check him out. Like all his photos. Send them to me and tag me. We'll see y'all next week. Make sure you go to brownbookseries.com. Get more information about who we have coming up in March. Make sure you go to also for the Raw Experience. We got the new dates, November the 1st to the 3rd. It's going to be Alexandria, Virginia at the Hilton Hotel. All that stuff will be on the website coming up. So March 1st, we're going to be opening out registrations. Let's go. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be amazing like it was before. You guys have a blessed night. Y'all know what's up. Stay safe. Most of all, stay positive. Hold on, Xio. I'll be right with you, baby.
Bye, everybody.
Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us, it's for fantasy. No one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby.